Hello students. I hope that all of you are fine in your homes, and it is very hard situation which we are facing right now. So this is my last video for you for this chapter for life process. This is my last video, and in that chapter I am going to study the excretion in the humans and excretion in the plants. As you see here that the human excretory system diagram is already made. Already I made it for you. So one by one I'm going to tell you about the topic. Now, first question comes in our mind that why there is a need for excretory system. Now, there are many waste which is generated inside our body. And to remove these waste from our body, it is very important that a system is there, and system should be there, and that system is known to be the excretory. What type of waste it is generated inside our body? Now we have already studied that in the digestive system, the digestive waste are generated, and there is a system which removes the digestive waste from our body. Now the CO2 is also a waste product. CO2 is also a waste product, which is removed by the lungs. And the another metabolic product, there are some metabolic products also, which contains nitrogen. So we are calling those waste nitrogenous wastes. Nitrogenous waste. So these nitrogenous waste also should be removed from our body. And these nitrogenous waste they are removed from our body in the form of urine. So today we are going to study that mechanism, how the urine is formed and how the human excretory system is there. What are the various components of the human excretory system? In the previous year, the question came in the CBSE exam. 5 marks question it is. Draw the excretory system, the human excretory system. Mention the different parts, the different components of it, and also the function which they perform. So that is the question. So I'm going to discuss about those things. So as you see here in the diagram, the human excretory system diagram, the one pair of kidneys there. That means the two kidneys are there, and kidneys are present in the abdomen region of our. So the two kidneys are there where the filtration occurs, where the blood filters. Now filtration of blood means the removal of nitrogenous waste, the removal of metabolic waste from the blood. It is called the filtration of the blood, which is done in these kidneys. In these kidneys, the urine is formed, and these are the two yellow color. You can see in the yellow color. These two yellow color tubes are called ureter. That is very important. These two yellow color tubes are called ureter, which passes the urine from the kidneys to urinary bladder. So in your book, the left kidney is there and the right kidney is there. It is there in your book. Now you just see the diagram in your book. You can copy this diagram also. Now the urine which is collected from these two kidneys are stored in urinary bladder. So urinary bladder is the organ which stores the urine which is formed. So the question comes, which passes the urine from kidneys to urinary bladder? The answer is ureter. Where the urine is stored in our body? The answer is urinary bladder. And now this is the muscular bag. You can say this is a muscular bag. Now this urinary bladder is made up of muscles. And when there is a pressure occurs in these muscles, then the urine passes from the urethra. Now these two things are the aorta and the vena cava. And from the aorta, the renal artery is there, which brings the blood, which brings the impure blood, and this and these are called the vena cava. It carries the pure blood from the kidneys to the heart. So pure impure here doesn't mean oxygenated and deoxygenated. Impure here, the impure blood means the blood which contains the nitrogenous waste. Although it is oxygenated but contains nitrogenous waste, that is there aorta brings the renal artery brings the blood to these kidneys. Is it clear? Now the topic is the next topic. The next topic is the nephron. Now nephron are the filtration unit. Nephron are the filtration units. The nephron are the filtration units which are found in the millions of nephrons are found in each kidney. Millions of nephrons are found in each kidney, and these nephrons are the filtration unit of kidney. Don't confuse between the nephron and neuron. Neuron is a nerve cell which we are going to talk in the next lecture. The next chapter is the control and coordination. In that we are going to talk about the neuron. In the 9th class also you studied the neuron diagram. So don't confuse between the neuron and the nephron. So nephron is the filtration unit present in the kidney. So nephron is the unit where all the filtration occurs. Where all filtration occurs in the kidney. So I think you understood this diagram. I'm coming to the next thing. Then. Now here the two kidneys are there, the two ureters are there. The ureter collects the urine from these two kidneys and passes to the urinary bladder. When the amount of urine becomes more in the urinary bladder expands, and this message goes to our central nervous system, and then there is an urge to pass the urine. But what are the various? But how the urine is formed? How the blood filters? The blood filters in a small unit which is called the nephron. The nephrons are the filtration unit present in these two kidneys. So below that there is a diagram for nephron. I already made the diagram for nephron for you. So here is the diagram for nephron. So nephron is the filtration unit. This nephron is the filtration unit of each. So we are going to talk about each and everything of the nephron. Now this diagram is also there in your book. In the last section. Now when we talk about the nephron is the filtration unit of the kidney. All the filtration occurs in the nephron. Now what are the various parts of this nephron? Now this round part is known to be as Bowman's capsule. This part is known to be as the Bowman's capsule. And inside the Bowman's capsule there is a tuft of capillaries. Which is known to be as glomerulus. So glomerulus found, like for example, this is the Bowman's capsule, and you can say this is the glomerulus. So Bowman's capsule, the Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus. So this is the tuft of capillaries. Tuft means guच्छा. बर्तन धोने का पूछा जैसा नहीं होता, that is what. So tuft of capillaries is there. So in this, now the next part. Now beside this whole is called the Bowman's capsule. This is what called the glomerulus. Besides this, there is a tubular part of the nephron. So there is a tubular part of the nephron. Actually, this whole nephron is divided into two parts. One is called the Malpighian body. Which covers these two things. The Malpighian body, the Bowman's capsule and glomerulus capsule. Malpighian body, it is having the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule, and this tubular part. And this is the tubular part of the nephron. Now this portion which is very much close to this glomerulus or the Bowman's capsule or Malpighian body, this portion is known to be as PCT. This portion is known to be as PCT. Now full form for the PCT is proximal convoluted tubule. The full form for the PCT is proximal means near to this, convoluted means round, convoluted means having too much turns, and tubule means tube-like structure. So the proximal convoluted tubule. Now this loop, this yellow color loop is called the loop of Henle. Here it is written the loop of Henle, and which is little bit far. The tubule portion, which is also convoluted, but it is little bit distance from this Bowman's capsule. It is known to be as DCT, and it is known to be as distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule, and this is the main collecting duct. Many different nephrons were joined like this, many different nephrons were joined in here and passes their absorption in this collecting duct, and this collecting duct goes to the ureter, and from the ureter it goes to the urinary bladder. Now, so one by one we are going to see how the working of this nephron is there. Now you can see here the renal artery, a artery which carries the impure blood. Although the blood is oxygenated, but it is there in the impure form. That is, it is having the nitrogenous waste in it. Now this blood is going to come in this glomerulus where the major filtration occurs. Now here the filtrate which is filtered passes to this Bowman's capsule. From the Bowman's capsule it passes to the PCT. From the PCT it passes to the loop of Henle. From the loop of Henle it passes to the DCT, and from DCT it passes to the collecting duct. Collecting duct goes to the ureter to urinary bladder, and from the urinary bladder it passes out from urethra, and it passes out from our body. Now the main important thing, the question is asked, what is the role of this tubular region? What is the role of this tubular region? So I am telling you, the role of this tubular region is for the reabsorption of water and some other important things which comes in the filtrate. Again I am repeating this. Sometimes what happens, or many times what happens, so much amount of water comes in this Bowman's capsule. From the Bowman's capsule it comes in this portion, this tubular portion. So the function of the tubular portion is to reabsorption of the water, because so much water is absorbed, so much water comes in the filtrate. So this filtrate, if that much water is removed from our body, then the body surely dehydrates. So to overcome that problem, the reabsorption should be needed. So here the reabsorption of the water is there from this tubule. The reabsorption of the water is there. Got it? Now there is what called the renal artery which comes out from this glomerulus capsule, carries the oxygenated and pure blood. And again here in this portion again the water and the other substances which is needed for the body, and they are coming out as a filtrate, again reabsorbed in these capillaries, and again it goes to this is a vein. It is called the renal vein. So from the renal vein it goes to the vena cava, and from the vena cava it goes to the lungs. So sir, why there is a red portion, why there is a blue portion? Now the red portion denotes oxygenated blood. This nephron is also a cell, and it also needs energy. It also needs oxygen. These kidney cells also need oxygen. So here the oxygen is get utilized and carbon dioxide is removed in the blood. So here the blood becomes blood from the deoxygenated form it comes to the from the oxygenated form it comes to the deoxygenated form. Got it? Huh? Okay. Now this is the function of nephron. Now filtration occurs here. In the tubular part, the reabsorption is there, and collecting duct. What is the role of this collecting duct? It collects the urine, it collects the filtrate from all the nephrons, which is attached here. It collects all the nephrons and passes to the ureter. I think this much is good enough for you for your upcoming exams or the 10th class. Now the next topic is how the plant excretes. Excretion in plant. The next topic is the excretion in plant, and for that also I am having some notes for you. Now, the sixth type of excretion is there. Through the six type, the excretion is there. The excretion in plant. Now, the first thing, I'm going to give you this thing in your group also. I'm going to send these photographs in your group also. So please see from there if it is not clearly mentioned here. Now, there is also waste produced in the plants. The first type of waste is the oxygen, and in the night the carbon dioxide. So the gaseous waste is also there, and it is removed by the process of photosynthesis and respiration. Here it is written excess oxygen and CO2 through the stomata. So stomata is already we studied about the opening and the closing of stomata. So from the stomata, the excess oxygen and the excess CO2 is removed out from the plants. Now the second is the excess water. So water is there. If the water comes in the excess, if the absorption of the water is there in the excess, then the excess water is removed by the process of transpiration. Then the waste can be stored in those leaves or in those parts which are going to be fall off in some time. In the plants, we already seen there are parts which are going to be fall off after some time. So the plant is going to deposit their waste in those parts which are going to be fall off after some time. So the waste get removed from them. Now the waste may be stored in the cellular vacuoles. Now vacuole, we already studied the 9th class. The 90% of the plant cell has vacuole in it. The vacuole covers the 90% of the cell. 80 to 90%, that is what we studied for the vacuole. And vacuole is the structure which is used by the plants in many different forms. So plants also uses vacuole for the storage of waste material. So the waste material which is produced by the plant can be stored in the vacuole, and then it is going to be removed up, and then the waste may be stored in the form of gums and resins. Sometimes you can see the gums and the resins were coming out from the plant. So that is the waste. Now the example I am telling you, in the old xylem, when the xylem becomes so old, the resins and the gums were formed there. And the last thing, how the plants get rid of its waste. The waste is the plant excrete the waste around the soil through the roots. Through the roots, the plant is going to excrete the waste which is generated which is generated by it. So these are the six ways in which the plant is going to be get rid of the waste material which is generated by it. So students, this is the end of the topic, and also it is the end of the chapter life process. So whatever the topic you won't understand, you please contact me, you please comment on these videos. It is very, very important for you. So we'll meet in the next video, and I'm going to start the control and coordination. I'm going to start the next chapter, which is control and coordination. If you won't understand anything from these all 6 or 7 videos of the life process, you please comment, you please contact me. And I'm telling you, it is very, very important to watch all these videos of the life process, and I'm sure the question won't go anywhere from these videos. So thank you for watching. Just wait for my next video, which is control and coordination. I'm going to send it in few days. Thank you.